Hello fellow Tamers, Digidread on the mic. Are you wanting that sweet deck build that just chews through your opponent's security? I'm talking 3 checks minimum. Then say less, because your boy has got you covered with my new Red Hybrid build that is using BT6 and also EX1 cards in the mix in order for this to be absolutely effective. So if this is the video for you as I break down my ratios, the tech, and just my overall thoughts on the deck, then stick around and enjoy. And if you're new to the channel and you like what you see, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell because I do videos on the reg. So let's dive in to the ratios. Kicking things off with the eggs, I run 5 in the deck, starting off with 4 DemiMeramon as standard. You're going to be attacking the player, so why not treat yourself to 1000 DP whilst you're doing it, because this deck is highly aggressive. You just need all the DP gains you can get, so this is the reason why I run DemiMeramon as my primary egg. And then for a nice little flex piece, I run in 1 Bebydomon. So this is pretty useful when you have the BT6 Flamemon, as it grants itself piercing as the inheritable. So when you kind of go into that Agumon play, you've got piercing. So it really does help gaining that additional 2000 DP when you've got Bebydomon in the stack. So these are my eggs. Let's go over to the rookies. For the rookies, I run 14 in the deck as standard, starting off with the BT6 Flamemon. Absolutely powerful card right here, just because of the inheritable. It grants your hybrid / 10 warriors piercing, which is huge with this deck because it means that they can't block. It means that you're going to chew through their soul, go for the sec, and go for the win. So ideally, if you have this in your hand, definitely use this in your raising area, definitely go for that Evo. And then if you've got promo Agumon, then it's absolutely poetry in motion. You're setting up the security of you going through and getting that security checks off. So ideally, definitely always Evo into that. It's one of your core cards that you want to be using. Then we run the BT4 Flamemon. So this is going to be your searcher because the searcher is quite powerful. On play, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck, add 1 Digimon card with hybrid in its name and /or 1 red tamer amongst them, and then shuffle the rest in any order and put it at the bottom of your deck. So ideally, dream scenario, you're getting 2 cards off this. You're getting one hybrid, and also you're getting a red tamer, which is pretty huge. And this works really well with AncientGreymon, especially for those combo plays. When it's deleted, you can play a level 4 or lower red hybrid, pop this one down, go for your search effect. You're setting up plays for your next turn. So this is really good for a combo extender and also good for just searching out your pieces ready for your next turn. Then we rock in 4 Agumon. So this right here is powerful. You're going for the player. So ideally, why not treat yourself to an additional 2000 DP? It's absolutely fantastic. If you are rocking, obviously, stack-wise, DemiMeramon, going to Agumon, you know, you got 3000 DP right there, which is huge. So this is the reason why I run 4 in the deck right there. And then lastly, I run 2 Biyomon. This could be any 2-cost vanilla that you want. The reason why I'm running Biyomon is because I get so many Sora packs from entering like my locals. I was like, I'm going to use this card. I'm going to use this card for real. So you could run Monochromon in there, that's absolutely fine, but I run 2 Biyomon, just my 2-drop, just to kind of choke, which is highly useful. So that is my rookies. Let's go to those champions. For the champions, I run 13 in the deck, a little bit high, but you'll see why. Starting off with the 4 promo Agunis, and this card is just key. It's so key because the aggression that you can apply early game is crazy. Literally second turn, if you've got Flamemon and Agunimon, it's close to GG, just because of the when attacking. So this Digimon can digivolve into AncientGreymon in your hand for memory cost of 2, ignoring its digital cost. So this is what makes it incredibly strong, and this is what kind of sets up the combos with Analog Youth and then your Flamemon BT4. It's stupid good and really rare. It was a struggle trying to get this card. I had to literally get it from overseas because UK eBay prices was ridiculous. It was just not even worth it. It cost more than the actual AncientGreymon. But also it has the inheritable, is that it reduces the Digivolution cost of AncientGreymon. AncientGreymon is a 5 cost Digivolution, which is pretty high. You know, we do have cards from the EX1 set which, you know, help with it. 60% win rate, which is great, but this Mon just makes it so much more better. Honestly, if you can get your hands on this card, you're gonna find that it just really increases the speed. And I tried to do this deck without this card, but it wasn't working. It was just way too slow. So this is the reason why you want to be running 4 in the deck as standard. One thing to note is that this hybrid cannot digivolve off Tamers. I learned that at my locals. I'm getting too carried away. It cannot digivolve off your Tamers, but this one can, which I'm running at 4 right here. Agunimon is standard, really good for just kind of closing those games if you do have the red Tamer out, which is fantastic. So this is the reason why I run 4 of the deck. Obviously just helps with those evos, just to kind of get my draw engine popping there too. Then I run 3 GeoGreymon. So this is really good if it's in your security, because you're able to play it out for free, basically. And then on play, you're able to delete a Digimon with 4,000 less DP, which is fantastic. Really kind of stops the kind of the rookie rush scenarios if this drops, and also gives you that nice bit of aggression. If the opponent kind of chooses 2 securities and you get like an Atomic Inferno and this is on the field, then that obviously adds a lot of pressure for the opposition to kind of get rid of your board, because you don't want to grant additional security check on mons that you've already got on the field, and then this additional one that may pop out from your security. But it also is a good option if you happen to have this in your hand, but ideally you do want to be seeing this in your security, and this is the reason why I run this at 3. Then lastly, we run 2 Monochromon. So what I found out is that you need blockers. I tried to make this deck highly aggressive, but it can be easily rushed down if you don't have any form of blockers to kind of, you know, negate some hits. So this is the reason I run 2 Monochromon. You could run Cordramon, but I wanted to reduce the Evo cost just for those kind of tempo plays, especially if I want to kind of go into Aldamon. It really does help in that retrospect. So this is the reason I run 2 and no more. But that is the champions. Let's go to the ultimates. So for the ultimates, I run 3. Yes, very low, but with red hybrids, you kind of rely on the warp digivolve more than essentially making a stack, and you have powerful option cards that kind of give you that extra security checks. So going into ultimates isn't the main primary function, but sometimes can come pretty clutch depending on your scenario. So as standard, I just run 3 Aldamon. Aldamon is a fantastic Digimon because it grants itself a security attack +1, which is great. No condition, it's just a standard. Then on my turn, if I have a card with hybrid in its form or tamer card, then it gains 4,000 DP, which makes this incredibly strong. 11 foul DP beat stick with additional security check, swinging for 2 security is absolutely amazing. What I do like when kind of using Aldamon, it kind of gives me that nice secondary option, because I do run a quite hefty champion package. If I kind of want to be aggressive, if I've got Monochromon on the field, then, you know, I could literally bump into this and just go hyper aggressive, just really change up the strat that I want to, you know, go for the victory. So this is the reason why I do like running Aldamon. I did originally run him at 4, but I felt like I kind of bumped into him when I didn't necessarily need him, because I kind of had my promo Goonies / AncientGreymon play nailed down. So we didn't really find that much use for him, and I wanted to kind of slide in another card instead, just for more the finisher. So 3 ultimates in the deck, very tiny package. But let's go over to the megas. For the megas, I run 6 in the deck. And you're probably not surprised with my first choice. We're rocking in with for Ancient Greys. This mon is incredibly good and also incredibly rare and incredibly expensive. I tell you, finding this card was ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. But due to obviously BT7 coming out, this is only going to go up in value, so best time to get it is now. Like, really is, because it's incredibly strong and can chew through the opponent's security without no issues with the promo Goonie and also the BT6 Flamemon. Because for each card in this Digimon's Digivolution source with Greymon in its name, other than obviously the Doxa Grey, Burning Grey, Dexdoru Greymon, or hybrid in its form, this Digimon gains security attack +1. So the ideal stack you're going to be getting for that pure aggressive play is going to be your Flamemon and your Agunimon promo. Swing into the opponent, obviously this triggers promo Goonies effect. Then you play this, and this is where the big damage comes in. Obviously with the combination of a few other cards, so if you've got an Atomic Inferno, give it a security check, and also 3000 DP. Then you could go in with a Delicate Plan, which is going to then secure you not being killed, but realistically, because he's going to die at the end of his turn, it's not so bad. But if you just want to secure just claiming through all their security checks, you know, you don't want to go into a Gaia Force or a Iron Fisted Onslaught, then that is definitely the play to go. Also, on deletion, you may play one level 4 or lower Digimon card with hybrid in its form from your hand without paying its memory cost. This is huge. This right here is such a combo extender and really key for the additional cards that we do have. Obviously, we have Analog Youth. Because it's technically deleted, you can trigger Analog Youth in order for you to get some more memory back. So ideal play, you know, if you're on 1 and you swing, you go back to 1 there. If you've got 1 Analog Youth on the field, obviously Greymon's deleted, boom, you go back and it's your turn again, and you've also hatched an egg. So you can literally set up your plays. As well, if you do have a hybrid in your hand, so ideally that's when you want to go with your Flamemon Searcher at BT4, pop that on, and ideally from there you want to be either hopefully picking up your BT6 Flamemon again or your promo Goonie over everything in order for you to do this cycle once again. Really powerful right here. Also, it means that you can be even quicker getting to your finisher play. So if you've got the right card combination, if you've got 2 Atomic Infernos and a Delicate Plan, that is 5 checks. 5 checks, maximum security. If you've got enough memory that I see placed up, then you could literally finish game and go, yo, what good. Omnimon swing in. Really depends obviously your memory situation, but you know, if you do have like a Red Memory Boost, that's easily achievable to kind of secure this play. And this is the reason why I run 2 Omnimons, just for that nice finisher. It's standard. We all know what Omnimon does right now. The Blitz edition is when Digivolving gains Blitz, and then also it can unsuspend itself. So this is just such a powerful finisher. Also keeps your security spicy there too, and works really well with your AncientGreymon. So this is highly aggressive, guys. Definitely be prepared to chew through that security, and it is so satisfying to get that early aggression, because it really makes your makes the player play defensively, which, you know, is always a good thing. It means that you can just keep applying that pressure and setting up those combos once more. So that is the megas. Let's go for those options and Tamers, because they play a massive part in this whole strat. So for the Tamer options, we run 14 in the deck, which is quite a hefty package, but they all are quite crucial and also extend those plays as standard. So starting off with the Tamers, we go in with 2 Marcus Damon. So this guy coming in with the Falcon Punch as standard, you need someone who can assure you're getting free memory and also to evo your hybrids off of. So Marcus Damon really comes well with that, because he's able to do that. And also on turn, when you have a Digimon with Greymon in its name that attacks, other than obviously your Doxa, Greymon, all that jazz, then you may suspend the statement and gain 1 memory. So this actually works with AncientGreymon, which is pretty nice. So getting that additional memory, absolutely beautiful. Makes you extend those plays, then more chances of actually going with the Omnimon play and claim that win. So this reason I run 2 in the deck as standard. Then we run 2 Analog Youth, aka the boy. I love calling him the boy because this boy comes clutch. So this is great for really extending your plays and just getting those key cards. Obviously your Ancient Greys and also your promo Goonies. Because on play, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck, add 1 Digimon card amongst them to your hand, and then trash the remaining. So obviously the trash bit, a little bit wounding, because obviously if you kind of whiff and get all your options, then that is definitely bad. But the good thing with this is that it's a 2 cost, really cheap to kind of play out, good for choking your opponent, and then all turns, when one of your level 5 or higher Digimon with Digimon cards is deleted, you may suspend this Tamer, you gain 1 memory, then hatch 1 egg in the space in your breeding area. Really good for setting up that next play. Also good for the build that we're running with that Ancient Grey. It deletes itself. It deletes itself if you're using promo Agumon in the stack, and obviously trigger that effect, and then the shenanigans come in once more. So really fantastic combo extender, and this card just going to be so stable even in BT7. This is the reason why I run 2 in deck. You could run 3 if you wanted to, but I feel like 2 is just enough. Then for the options, we run 4 Atomic Inferno. Honestly, this card really helps with the aggression and really helps just kind of going over blockers. And if they want to block, you get that free memory. So let's read out the effect for 1 cost, which is stupid for how much this card provides to hybrids, is one of your Digimon with hybrid in its form gets 3000 DP and security attack up +1, which is crazy. Then also, if this Digimon is then blocked, you gain 3 memory for the turn. Is mental. You just don't want to block. I'm like, just let me take the hit, chief. Just let me take the hit, because you're giving the opponent, you're giving me, if the opponent blocks, you're giving me 3 memory back again, which enables me to just obviously just set up for the next turn. I could effectively go into Aldamon for free if the scenario arises, which is crazy. And then if it couldn't get any better, if this is in your security, all of your Digimon gain attack, security attack +1. Massive. So this is the reason why I kind of like the GeoGreymon, because if that's in security and then this also procs off as well, that's then getting a security attack for the until my next turn. So if I evo into something else, so say opposition choose through my security, triggers off Geo, obviously that gets played on my turn, I could then evo into Aldamon. That's then got 2 security checks. I can be swinging for 3 security checks, which just makes it really hyper aggressive. So this adds a lot of pressure on the game state, especially for the opposition. It's crucial that the opposition gets rid of my board. So this is the reason why I do love this card. Really great for your combo extenders as well. Ideally, let's delve deeper. Let's go into the demo. Let's go into that demo. So if I have ideal stack that I want to be kind of going into is this, if anything. So you've got then your Flamemon BT6. Let's find those eggs. Let's go with, say, like Bebydomon, because obviously we've got that pierce in there as well. Boom. That is like the ideal stack going in, and then obviously if I go for that swing, boom. Then I've got 3 security checks as standard. They can't block me. I've got 2000 DP because I've got piercing. And then if you have these in your hand, you're just like, well, before I delve into the actual attack, I'm gonna use Atomic Inferno, grant another security check, use another Atomic Inferno, do a security check, boom, swing into that. That's 5 security checks right there. Depending on obviously your opposition, you might want to go in with a Delicate Plan, just for, you know, if your security control is there, it's never going away. So going with a Delicate Plan, make sure that these hits are just going through. Obviously, due to the effect, it's gone to 2. Then I gotta say bye-bye to this boy, which is unfortunate. Then you could trigger your Analog Youths, get back to 1, go back to 0, back to your turn, and then ideally you want to be playing that again, doing the search, and then hopefully get into, pull off a nice Aguni back in your hand, and then just literally start up, because you would have hatched an egg due to Analog Youth. So it's absolutely crazy the shenanigans that you can pull off with the card combination, and just for cost of 1, having Atomic Inferno really just hastens the game state, and makes it pretty much borderline impossible to stop it given the right card combination. So this is the reason why I do run 4 in the deck as standard. You could run a little bit lower, but I do want to be bumping into this card. Then for removal, 2 Gaia Forces come super freaking clutch, because in this format, most people are kind of stacking up. They really want to go into their boss monster, so having the Gaia Force just really helps. If you see that into security, winning, because that's where you can kind of get back aggressive and get the momentum back in your favor, which is always good to have. Then 2 Dells. You want to be running 2 Dells just for that extra security, making sure that your checks are all going through. Nothing's worse than using your Ancient Grey and then bumping into a freaking option Iron Fist's Onslaught, being what I like to call the Raging Demon. You just don't want to bump into that on the first check. It's an absolutely a waste of the promo Goonie / Ancient Greymon tech. So ideally, Delicate Plan really helps out with that extra security. You could literally, instead of going absolutely gun-ho, you could go for 4 checks. 4 checks is still powerful. Depending on how many mons you've got on your field, you could literally just use boom, boom, and swing. And you're pretty much gonna be, there's nothing that can stop you. In terms of your stack, you're gaining either 1,000 or 2,000 extra DP from just your stack alone on Ancient Grey, which will then bump him up to 15 or 16, and then obviously your Atomic Inferno is additional 3,000 DP. No one's stopping that whatsoever, so you're absolutely laughing with that combination of cards. Then lastly, we run 2 Red Memory Boosts. Really good for obviously with those combo extenders. Really helpful if you don't happen to have your Marcus Damon on the field. Just helps you set up some big plays, especially with the variety of options that we do use in this deck. So it's the reason why I run 2 memory boosts, and also great if it pops in your security, because then you essentially get the delay effect, and you'll be able to use this to obviously play bigger plays if you are getting choked out. So that is the deck right there. What are my thoughts with this deck? I love it. Absolutely love it. It's really consistent and it's really fun to play. People get absolutely caught off guard if you get into your Ancient Grey like that, and it's satisfying just to chew through that security and get that massive lead, because then it really controls that game state. It's quite easy to get the cards because you do have the pieces to search out quite effectively, which I do like. Obviously with BT7 there's going to be even more cards that are going to help with the consistency of this deck, and I absolutely can't wait for that to actually come out, because it's just going to be so fun using, you know, your Emperor Greymon, your Ancient Greymon, which I feel like Ancient Greymon is just still going to be so stable. I'm still going to be running that 4 just because of the combo. Just these two together just make this deck so highly aggressive. It's incredibly hard to use the deck without this card. I don't know how people did it before, especially because we didn't have win rate. That's only how you can kind of get around it, is the win rate, and it's similar to when I play like Eosmon. Win rate makes Eosmon playable because I can reduce the cost down to 1, which I would have to do with this, but then you rely on an option, and there's a lot of searchable effects which kind of trash your option cards, or bottom deck your option cards. So this is why I like Promo Goonie, because it just really helps just set that aggression, helps with the draw engine because you're going to be digivolving into this Mon, and sets up the play. BT6 Flamemon, really powerful card just for that piercing. I mean, when BT7 comes out, we're going to have Aldamon that gives basically a Delicate Plan. You have piercing and Delicate Plan in the stack, meaning that you really cannot do anything when they get up into the final stages. So yeah, bring on BT7, but in terms of a BT6 build, this is definitely highly effective and is viable without a doubt. So guys, if you enjoyed the video, make sure you smash up with a like as standard. Like I say, I enjoy doing these videos. I've took everyone's feedback as well in terms of the layout. Hopefully the card descriptions are a lot more visible. And yeah, definitely hope that you give this deck a whirl, guys. But that's your boy DigiDread, off the mic.